When I ran agents in the field, I had to entrap them, cajole them, threaten them with deportation. You're never gonna know what I had to do. Now, apparently, all you gotta do is give them a couple bucks and a few kind words. I guess there really is no accounting for stupidity. But, and I'm serious now, as stupid as you are not gonna talk about what happened here. Because your usefulness to us, well, it just ran out. And for God's sake, I hope you're professional enough to get rid of the evidence.
Before Michelle was reintroduced to her real self, Karen Daniels, she was put in a certain area where a lot of things were illegal, from the money being generated all the way down to the people. Just like Niko, they both had one goal. Niko wanted revenge, while she wanted a big break. So with that, she involved herself with people that were likely to know about crime. Mallory being from Bohan, she can learn things from the Latins, and her being connected to Roman, of course, she can get an insight on where she actually is. Throughout, she would play her role, and as many know, this would be when she's introduced.
Shut up! Oh, great. Mallory. Hey, beautiful! Yeah, great! Listen, I'm having a bit of a problem at the office. I can't do it. Niko can do it.
Huh? What?
Well, why would you want me then? Well, screw you then. Great girl. Can you do me a favor? Mallory needs a lift. Can you go pick her up at the Hove Beach subway station?
Yeah.
Take the cab. She's got a friend with her. Maybe someone you can date.
Fuck you.
Undercovers tend to think on their feet, along with asserting themselves. Michelle getting in the front seat of a cab showed this alone.
Get in, ladies.
Hey, Niko, thanks for coming. I should have known Roman would find some excuse not to turn up.
Mallory would then introduce the two, to when Niko brings up how he felt about America. What he's about to say alone, people didn't talk like that in this area, so of course this was brought to Michelle's attention.
How you finding America, Niko?
Not exactly what I expected.
And of course the two dating would be brought up as well. She would play her role, they ain't even going to say how Niko might be someone she wants to know. Only saying this for the fact alone to add another person that she knows who might have something for her to gain.
You're staying with Roman, he got you a good job, and all he needs to do now is find you a woman. What do you think of Michelle here?
Come on, Mallory, this is embarrassing. You trying to set us up?
I'm trying to get you two together so Niko will stop taking up all of Roman's time.
I do not mean to keep Roman away from you.
I know you don't. He just loves you is all, and I think Michelle might too.
Come on!
All right, but you like him, right? You both like each other, so why don't you just go on a date? It never hurt anyone. Here's a number, Niko.
It sounds like we aren't being given much of a choice on this one.
No, I guess not.
Well, you look like the kind of guy I'd like to get to know, Niko.
Niko's appearance would be brought up too. Michelle, though, will still try to come off likable.
You look like you just jumped off the boat, Niko. Handsome man like you should get some new threats.
I think he looks fine the way he is.
I don't think he even changed out of those things on the journey. How you gonna impress a classy girl like Michelle?
I'm easily impressed.
I know you are, sweetie. And I just don't get it.
Saying how she was easily impressed was to have Niko let his guard down as far as making him comfortable. And with this, she would be a step closer to her end goal.
He looks like he can't afford to eat. Get yourself some nice clothes. You gotta look good if you're gonna date a girl like Michelle.
I don't know, I think he looks interesting.
Foreign.
I've been told that immigrants have a real problem being targeted by criminal gangs.
I do not think I will have trouble with that.
Thanks for the lift, Niko.
Yeah, thanks. Give me a call sometime.
See you soon, Michelle.
Niko would then call Roman to when the second time Michelle will be considered classy. This alone went to show her cover and what she set out to look like to these different people.
Anyway, you have Michelle, a classy girl for your arm. You should definitely keep dating her.
Michelle would then be instantly looking for leads, leading her to actually call him. But with this, she continued to try to make Niko be comfortable. She sets up an interrogation to when telling things are shown.
I don't normally do this, but I thought you'd probably be pretty lonely having just moved to Liberty City and all.
You do not normally do what?
You're not making this easy for me, are you? I'm asking you out on a date.
I am sorry. I am still not used to how things work here in America. A date would be good.
That sounds good. See you soon. Coming. Who is it?
Hey, it's Niko.
Hey.
Of course, Niko noticed the furniture in her apartment to be new, but again, this would give her leverage after already being looked at as classy, although of course, she just thought of something quick on her feet.
I'm just finishing my hair. Come in.
Thank you.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Did you just move in?
No. Why?
All your stuff is new. Some even still have tags on.
Yeah, well, I like things clean.
I can see that. But, everything is new.
Yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with cleanliness. Things get on my nerves and I just throw them out. OCD or something?
Oh,
So, where are you taking me?
Niko then being asked this, he picks a spot that doesn't show his involvement with crime. But what this shows Michelle's advantage, along with how she's about to be seen reacting once Niko made her uncomfortable.
you look good.
Aw, thanks.
I don't know. I'm new here. I thought maybe we could go to the...
Her stepping back here again shows her being uncomfortable, expecting the unexpected, showing how she looked at people like Niko. But as we're going to see, her whole attitude changes once she realized Niko meant no harm, then going to play the friendly role again.
Fun fair.
Yeah, great. Let's go. Love the fun fair.
Who she really was even slips out after she shows her patriotism, going to correct Niko on the American term to where they're going.
Actually, we call it, carnival here. Just a little difference. Whoop-de-doo.
But with going to the carnival though, this would show she was just trying to figure Niko out, trying to of course come off as a romantic interest, even going to say how Niko would start to be involved with certain crowds, knowing that was the story for most immigrants in Hove Beach.
I feel like I should have been more organized. I had a better plan for our date. What do you like doing?
I just want to get to know you, Niko. See the places you hang out, the people you associate with.
You already know Roman. I don't hang out with anybody else, really.
You will. Give it some time.
Again though, all this would show she just wanted conversation out of him after revealing the carnival wasn't even been open.
Hey, Niko, the carnival isn't open. I think they're going to turn it into a big Las Venturas-style theme park.
Leading her to continue to try and fish, but Michelle ends up revealing her own thoughts with how things are going. She started off by saying how she was lonely, showing the cost of her ambition at this point. But this would stem from her being condescending, something we're about to be introduced from this point forward.
It's nice to get out of the apartment.
Why is that? You do a lot of work or something?
I'm working the whole time.
She also will give us an idea of her work as an undercover, while still trying to come off relatable, with her saying how all she is her job. Still trying to feel Niko out though, with even saying this, thinking it was the same for him.
Sometimes I think all I am is my job.
A lot of people feel that way. It's hard to keep what you do from taking over your life.
You're right there. Most of the time I'm kind of depressed. But there are moments when I'm happy to be in Liberty City. Hey, you beat me. Now you've got to tell me a secret about yourself.
After this, Michelle will also show her prejudice. After being told she's hard to talk to, immediately code switching, putting America in the equation, showing where her mind is at.
So, you don't know many people here in Liberty City? No boyfriends or husbands or anything?
No, I guess I'm married to my job.
Well, what do you do?
What do you do?
Come on, I asked first.
I work with Mallory. What do you do, exactly?
You're a hard girl to talk to, Michelle.
I guess you're not used to talking to American women.
This interrogation went how it went, but Michelle would seal the deal after being adamant on the two seeing each other again.
That was nice. I'm really interested in seeing you again.
Yeah, that would be good. I'll give you a call.
Please do, Niko. See you soon.
From this point forward, she of course went to still get information anytime she could. Being in the Hove Beach area, of course the Russian mob would be what she questions Niko about.
How are you settling in?
Slowly. Your country is strange. Your city makes people crazy.
How's Roman?
Okay.
He likes to gamble, though, doesn't he?
I don't know about that.
Mallory said he was in debt to some criminals. Do you know about that?
No.
That would really scare me. Organized crime, I mean.
Me too.
Do you think they'll try to involve Roman?
I don't think Roman would make much of a criminal.
I guess not. Interesting weather, isn't it?
Very.
She then would try and get personal the next time they meet up, but with this, she only gives what she did in this conversation to try and get Niko to open up.
So, thanks for taking me out again.
No problem.
Yeah, I've never dated a foreign guy before. A lot from another planet, but none from another country.
Okay.
Tell me about yourself. Tell me about Niko Bellic.
There is not much to tell. I just moved here.
I know, and you live with your cousin. But what do you guys do?
I don't have regular work yet.
So, what did you do in Europe?
I worked in tourism, in travel industry.
Did you fight in the war?
Sure.
How was that?
How do you think it was? Seeing your friends die? Seeing men have their legs blown off? It ruined me.
I'm so sorry.
Michelle could have cared less what the war did to Niko. This vulnerable moment was just a gift off the "you could tell me anything" play. All that mattered at the end of the day was info. Keep in mind, earlier she spoke on her being her job, which showed her ability to detach to get to her goal. Her job being a part of her was even shown even with regular conversation.
Do you know that some criminals meet at bowling alleys because the ambient sound drowns out bugs?
And with her knowing more than she put out was shown as well, even starting to question Niko on things she already knew the answer to. Just needing confirmation though.
Hey, Niko, did you hear that Vlad has gone missing?
Yeah, it's a real shame. Probably ran off with some woman. I hear he was actually successful with ladies, even though he was such a pig.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened. See you soon then.
At this point though, Michelle getting to her goal by any means necessary was sure to be an understatement.
How's Mallory? We haven't spoken in a while.
Good, I think.
Good. She's a great girl. I really like her.
Me too. Nice girl.
Yeah, she's done well. She comes from a very poor background.
No, I come from a poor background. You people don't know what poor is.
Hey, I'm sorry. By our standards, she comes from a rough part of South Bohan, full of crooks and killers. I imagine she knows some very dangerous people, and she's so normal.
Yes, really normal.
I really like her. And I think I like you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. You're kind of cute.
Can I come in?
Sure. Why not?
Great. But I hope you don't kiss and tell.
And what Michelle knew, which was Niko would end up being involved with the problem in Hove Beach, what happened, although it was still denied. But with this phone call she was going to make, of course it's telling.
Niko, a friend of mine saw you coming out of Perestroika the other day. You haven't been taking another girl there, have you?
This is her playing the role to look more jealous than suspicious. But what Niko is going to say confirmed her belief, of course, leading her to fish for more, even feeling Niko's ego even hearing this, showing her presence to be working.
I never took you for the jealous type, Michelle. I was just there on business. Do not worry.
Business? Isn't it owned by some Russian gangster?
I would not know. Just making a delivery. Well, see you soon, Michelle. Don't get so paranoid, yeah?
Things would of course turn with Niko, but at this point, Michelle was still under the radar. He was heard to have a good feeling about her.
Nice girl, but there's something strange about her.
But even other people started to put the two together at this point. Roman even used them being around each other as an alibi, and again, it made sense.
No, what do you mean? I haven't been crying, it's my allergies. Niko's wearing this new cologne. Yeah, trying to impress Michelle or something.
Mallory even encouraged Niko to call her after Michelle put it in her head that it was interest there.
See you later, Niko.
Goodbye.
And will you call Michelle again? She really likes you.
Yeah.
But calling would just be more to figure out his crimes and what might be against him. She even takes a different approach, implying Niko was being bullied just to make him talk, but still not going how she wanted it to.
Niko, I'm so sorry to hear about those fires. Roman's 2 places burning down at once. Was it arson? Is Roman caught up with some gangsters or something?
Freak coincidence, Michelle. This is only explanation for it. It's a real tragedy.
If you guys need anything, just ask. If you guys got caught up with some bad people, you'd tell me, right? Don't let anyone bully you because you're an immigrant.
Nobody will bully me, Michelle. Do not worry.
The only thing Michelle really had on Niko was that he was hanging around the wrong crowd and being an illegal immigrant, along with the little he talked about his past, the only thing she didn't care about. She already was made to think how immigrants were, let alone illegal, but with Niko being in a new field, she abandoned the first thing she was gonna get him on, which was his involvement with the Russians now that he got into the drug game.
Listen, it's a bit of a strange question, but do you know where I can get some
what?
drugs?
No, I didn't know you liked to party.
No, it's for my cousin.
Sure, that's what everyone says.
It is. He wants some coke for a bachelor party.
Fair enough. That is his business, but I am not a drug dealer. What made you think that?
I just thought you might know someone, or Roman did.
No. Roman is an addict, but not cocaine. Gambling.
Yeah, sorry I mentioned it. I didn't mean to offend you.
You didn't.
Although Niko denied knowing where to get coke, he confirmed his dealings with it after a phone call, them making a rapport with each other. She continued to let it be known he can talk to her about it, still not getting what she wanted though.
Hey, Niko. Mallory tells me you are working with Elisabetta Torres now.
Do you two know each other? Elisabetta seems to have a lot of friends.
That's because she's a dealer, Niko. Junkies like the people who supply them with drugs. You aren't getting involved in that world, are you?
I'm trying to avoid it, Michelle. Maybe I do a few errands for Elisabetta. Nothing serious, though. I am no dealer.
If you need help with anything, Niko, just speak to me. If you want to get something off your chest, I'm a good listener, you know?
I know, Michelle. I really appreciate your concern, but, I can look after myself. I'm a big boy, and I must make my own decisions. See you soon.
Yeah, Niko. See you soon.
But with this, she take things in her own hands. Again, with the things she did know, she took this to blow her cover, knowing the outcome of getting new information. Before she got to Niko, she got to little Jacob.
I've got this stuff. You know where the heat is coming from?
I think I'm getting closer now. But there's one more cat me have to speak to.
I lost the heat. Where are you?
Change point. I'm with some buck and say no I. Get here now, Niko. This be some strange shit.
Jacob, what are you talking about? You know, I think you're smoking too much.
With this, of course, we're about to see Niko's reaction, but we're going to see Michelle still play her role, even playing good cop, bad cop, just to finish what she started.
Yo, me think me know the eater come from in a king.
Hey, Niko. Hey, Jacob.
Greeting the two in this way is the first sign of Michelle trying to sweeten them up, but she's still here for something bigger than the two and the coke they have.
What are you doing here? This is no place for you, Michelle.
As it happens, it is.
You see, Niko, I have been working for the government. I'm afraid it's my
Job to watch you.
And finally revealing her job, of course, shows everything to be for her job. But with this, more telling things are about to show.
And now, I have to ask you for the coke.
This is a joke, right?
Please, please don't make this harder for me than it already is.
Her saying this was still to sweeten Niko up. And this will pretty much continue throughout. She's doing this approach for the fact of, again, the IAA is going to continue to use Niko, saying not to say nothing before this point mattered.
Look, they're about to take down Elisabetta.
I don't fucking believe this.
Listen, I'm sorry it had to be this way, Niko. I'm really sorry. Hey, you know, you could have gone down too, if you weren't so useful.
And still flattering them was another tactic to get to the bigger point.
You fucking bitch.
Niko.
Hold on. You mean to say you're going to let us off just like that? Nothing now go on?
Well...
And Jacob asking this could having to coax Niko getting down to business. As we're about to see, once Niko conforms, she drops her act.
My employers need the help of a guy like Niko. The office is in Algonquin. I'll call you. You know, as and when we need you.
The coke, please.
Michelle came around off Mallory from her being friendly.
Niko, I heard that Michelle was a cop or a fed or something. Is it true?
I don't know what she is, but she was lying to us all along, and now I'm paying for it.
Putanesca. There was always something funky about her. I'm real sorry.
Even Roman was blamed.
NB, Jacob told me some weird shit went down with Michelle. I couldn't understand completely. Something about Babylon. That guy's crazy.
No, I'm fucking crazy for trusting anyone. Michelle is some kind of cop or informant or something. I don't know. What the fuck, man?
Shit, Niko. I'm sorry for putting the two of you together. She was always saying she wanted to meet a mysterious man from the east. I thought she was kinky.
But now, with that, the next call she makes to Niko continues to show Niko's state, while we see her not be fazed. Even by the jab Niko throws, asking who she is, was referring to her earlier conversation the two had, showing him being the only one affected, while she's about to make it clear it didn't even matter who she was.
Hey, Niko, it's me.
Yeah? Who are you? Can you remind me?
That doesn't matter. You need to meet me outside the United Liberty Paper Building in Algonquin. It is very important that you be there. Goodbye.
Now this next thing is about to come off as a reach, but people like Michelle are everywhere. Even the guy about to be heard on the phone going into the IAA building implied their ways as a whole.
Look, I'm not in the business of caring about people's feelings, bud. Yeah? Boo fucking who?
This guy wasn't in the business of caring about others' feelings, what you think Michelle was in the business of. And with that, of course, Michelle continued to confirm this.
Hey,
Hi.
listen, I know what you must be thinking, but don't bother.
I'm sorry, but I don't see how you know what I must be thinking.
You've killed people. You should be dead yourself. Or inside.
Michelle saying this showed her real feelings toward Niko, looking at him as scum, even going to apologize while obviously showing she wasn't being sincere, just telling him what he wanted to hear, knowing she still needed him for her standing in the IAA.
You're just lucky it was me and not someone else who got their hooks into you.
I'm sorry that I lied to you.
And weirdly, in some ways, you're a nice guy.
Better than the creeps I normally date.
But you're damaged goods.
No doubt.
Let's go.
In here.
Salute? Eat my ass, buddy. I'm up for the promotion, and you're not.
She even went to give Niko advice, but this would show she didn't even know what she was talking about, even looking at Roman as a criminal, although he was a legal citizen, continuing to show how she felt she was always above who she had to be around. But as we're going to see, she didn't do this to UL Paper for the obvious. She couldn't.
What the hell are we doing here?
We're going to meet someone.
Sounds fun.
You know, you and your cousin, you should get out. What you're looking for, you won't find. Feds are all over it.
Crime is done.
You've watched too many movies.
Whatever you say, Michelle. Or whatever your name is.
It's Karen. My name is Karen.
Interesting. And you whore for the government. I kind of like the honesty in that.
I have a clear conscience. How very lucky for you.
In here, office 396.
Hi there.
Here he is.
I can see that. Thanks, Karen. Hey, cheer up. You did good. You'll get a Sammy, if you care about that sort of thing.
Thank you.
Down the line, though, UL Paper would bring up Karen a couple of times, both times being telling.
So why use me?
We always use people like you. Karen, Michelle, she was the same. Someone with something to lose, but not much to live for.
What Karen had to lose was her job, and not having nothing to live for outside of her job, which is why she went so hard. And the next thing was the after effect of this, showing she got what she wanted out of entrapping Niko.
Go!
Can I get paid for this? Can I get a medal?
Did you get a medal in your last war?
What did you give Michelle? For me?
Michelle, Karen, we gave her her life back.
Being granted to not be an undercover agent in a way was her goal, getting her life back, was once again her job. She disliked the people she had to be around, so when she didn't have to act like she did was the big break.
We didn't play too rough. We gave her some money. She still works for us.
Later, she would call Niko, confirming this, even applying things not being personal, along with everything being a lie, making sure she tells him this to make what she did clear one final time.
Niko, I thought I'd call you one last time to apologize. I used you.
You did. And now some guy in the suit is using me instead. There seems to be a pattern emerging, doesn't there, Michelle?
Michelle is dead. She only existed to serve a certain purpose. Now that I've blown my cover, she has to die. She doesn't exist anymore. The apartment has been cleared out, the phone is about to be cut off.
The person you are speaking to is very different from her.
Goodbye, Niko. Look after yourself.
I will try.
Down the line, we will see what Karen actually got out of this, and as expected, she was able to have a whole different approach, even being relocated somewhere nice. But with this alone, shows how nothing really changed outside of her rank within the IAA, still showing to be all for her job. She's about the scene still being patriotic like, dealing with a non-American, but again, not having to play nice like once before.
Next, I'll have this thing so far up your ass, your tonsils will be playing shadow puppets. You think we can't do that? We can. It's in our guidelines.
I don't know what you're talking about. I installed cinema equipment, not surveillance.
Grab his other arm.
No.
You think you're impenetrable?
See how you feel with this is 18 inches deep inside.
Get the lube.
Actually, fuck the lube. Let's dry dock him. The world thinks you're dead, genius. Soon you'll be wishing you were.
Who the fuck is this? Terminate him! Close this problem right now!
Gaggy, use a little backup here.
Get me the station chief! I'm not finished with Mr. K!
Karen was set out to find someone capable, doing so by doing her job. She really had no interest in Niko. Her coming off as friendly, non-judgmental, and everything in between really was her being condescending to even get through her objective. I was trying not to say what I'm about to say throughout, but Karen is a Karen. Having to deal with immigrants and people she didn't deem to be American, from Mallory all the way down to Niko, was a headache for her. What she did to Niko was literally to get out from that part of the field, while still feeling like what she did was righteous. Mr. K, weirdly enough, showed us what she really wanted to do to get info, but she had to crawl before she could walk to get to that point. But even with her doing wrong, she couldn't see it, only seeing the opposing side before and during 2013. But having a prejudice against non-Americans and the IAA being her life is why she left Niko feeling betrayed, not having a care in the world regardless, only seeing what she put out to be a stepping stone.